Welcome back friends to another video. I'm Dipanshi Avasthi and today we'll be studying the types of amino acids. So friends, there are various types of amino acids which are present. Generally we categorize the amino acids into mainly three categories. They are the non-polar uncharged amino acids, polar uncharged amino acids and charged amino acids. So the charged amino acids is further categorized as acidic amino acids and the basic amino acids. The acidic amino acids are negatively charged and the basic amino acids are the positively charged. So let's start with the non-polar uncharged amino acids. As the name suggests, they are non-polar and they are uncharged. They are not having any charge and they are not having any poles. So in this, the amino acids which comes under this category are glycine. So generally in this video we will be discussing about the types and the one letter code as well as three letter code. So glycine is the first and it is most simplest amino acid. Its three letter code is GLY and the one letter code is G. The second amino acid is alanine. Its three letter code is ALA and one letter code is A. Firstly, the simplest amino acid is glycine. We know the general structure of amino acid. It contains one N-terminal end connected to one alpha carbon, which is further connected to one carboxylic terminal end, and it is further connected to one hydrogen, and here is the side chain which is represented by R. So when this side chain is H, then it is glycine. It is the simplest amino acid. When it is replaced with CH3, then it becomes alanine. So we'll discuss in order. After glycine there comes valine. Its one letter code is V and three letter code is VAL, valine. Then comes leucine, LEU and L. Then comes isoleucine. Its three letter code is ILE and one letter code is I. Then comes methionine. So one thing you must keep in mind is that methionine and cysteine, there are only two amino acids which contain sulfur in the chain. They are methionine and cysteine. The next one is tryptophan. Its three letter code is TRP and its one letter code is W. So up to methionine you were observing that the one letter code was related to the first letter, but in tryptophan you can see its one letter code is W. So one letter code is not related to the first letter of the amino acid. It's just given because the T is the one letter code for the threonine, which is a polar uncharged amino acid. So another non-polar uncharged amino acid is proline. Its three letter code is PRO, one letter code is P, and the another or the last non-polar uncharged amino acid is phenylalanine with PHE and F, one letter code. The phenylalanine, its structure varies from alanine only in the presence of one phenyl ring. So now let's talk about the polar uncharged amino acids. So the first polar uncharged amino acid is serine. Its one letter code is S and three letter code is SCR, serine. Another is threonine. Its three letter code is THR and one letter code is T. So here you can see tryptophan with W and threonine with T. Then cysteine. Cysteine is the third polar uncharged amino acid. It is a sulfur containing. So generally two sulfur containing amino acids are methionine and cysteine, and generally cysteine is involved in disulfide linkage in the protein structure because it contains the SH group which is present at the polar position and terminal position. That's why it favors the formation of disulfide linkage because it contains one H. So this H get removed and disulfide linkage is formed. So serine, threonine, cysteine. After it there comes tyrosine. it has 3-letter code TYR and 1-letter code as Y. Tyrosine. The fifth polar uncharged amino acid is asparagine. Its 3-letter code is ASN and 1-letter code is N. Then comes glutamine. You need not to confuse between the aspartic acid and asparagine or glutamic acid and glutamine. The difference between these two structures is that in asparagine and glutamine we have amino group at the last terminal carbon, CONH2 group, that is the amide group. So NH2 is there, but in the case of the negatively charged amino acids, we have aspartic acid in which there is a carboxylic group at the terminal position. So when we will discuss the structures, it will become more clear to you. So these are 6 polar uncharged amino acids. Now let's move to the charged amino acids. So in it, acidic amino acids. Acidic are negatively charged and it has aspartic acid with 3-letter code ASP and 1-letter code D. And the second one is the glutamic acid with 3-letter code GLU and 1-letter code as E. These two are acidic amino acids, and basic amino acids are lysine with 3-letter code as LYS, 1-letter code as K, because leucine have the L as a 1-letter code. So lysine have K as a 1-letter code. Then comes arginine. Its 3-letter code is ARG and 1-letter code is R. It can't be A because alanine is having the 1-letter code as A. So after arginine there comes the last amino acid, which is histidine. It has 3-letter code as HIS and 1-letter code as H. So friends, these are the types of amino acids and their names. So generally there are 20 main amino acids, and it is the 20 amino acids. Now in the next video we will be talking about the structures, that how they are different from one another, their structures, and after studying their structures it will be easier to you to remember them. And now I am going to tell you one trick that how you can remember these names. So you can use your own trick, but what trick I use is to remember these names, these 9 known polar amino acids. I used to remember them as these are in the order. So this is गोड अल्लाह बोल ले इसमें तुझे प्रभु प्राप्त होंगे. So in this way you can learn this sequence. So let me repeat once again so that you can, if you are listening, so you can listen it again carefully, and if you want to write then you can write it. गोड अल्लाह बोल ले इसमें तुझे प्रभु प्राप्त होंगे. So next, for the polar uncharged amino acid is serine threonine, for its शिव तेरे शीश तक आ गए. So in this way you can remember it, and you can make your own theories or your own any method you can develop or your own trick to remember these names, so that you cannot forget it and you can remember it for the longer time. For the acidic amino acids, these are only 2, so you can remember it as aspartic acid. So when it comes to charged amino acids, so I use this trick AG for acidic, and for this le ao halwa, basic amino acid. As I'm a foodie girl, so I like halwa, so it's very easy for me to remember this le ao halwa. You can use your own trick, lysine, arginine and histidine. So this is it. This is all for this video, and I hope you have learned a lot from this. And if you have any questions, you can comment in the comment section. If you liked it, then you can hit the like button, you can share this. And now we'll meet in the next video. We'll talking about the structures. Till then, bye bye, have a nice day.